Welcome to edition number 70 of Drive With Me. KB here. Let's jump right into it because I don't know how long fast it's going to drive. It's going to be last Sunday, officially last week. Dang, way too long, man. Officially last week, my wheel studs broke off on one of my wheels. They broke off, luckily, before I entered the freeway, because I was about to enter the freeway. This whole vlog, I'm gonna edit it up. I'm gonna put clips, I'm gonna put footage of the actual, of the studs. I put, so start from the beginning. I did some turns, so they were fine. Immediately when I got to the light, and I'll put a clip here, I turned right, you can hear kind of a pop. I'll keep going, and then as I pass the other light, I finally hear what I think is a flat. I go up to the driveway, and the wheels just it's holding on to dear life. Only one lug nut stayed. The Subarus on the tours are having weak wheel studs. The last people to touch my car, and this is me already being in the mindset of not letting people mess with my wheels, was Discount Tire. I had them rebalance that wheel because their weights fell off. That was over a month ago. I'm not too sure if I can fight it. If there was any more damage, I would have been more inclined to fight it. I'm more of a time is money. I already that Sunday night, once I got the car back home. Shout out Texas Style Towing. He picked me up and took care of me. As soon as I got that car home, ordered the parts, ordered the wheel studs, ordered the nuts, the tuner open-ended nuts. Order the circular thing you need to press in to torque in the studs, and I got some spacers. So as much as I have left my fitment up to now, it's been hella crispy because I've done the math. Oh my god, I don't want to sneeze. I've done the math. I needed 34 offset to do the flush fitment that I wanted. I'm at 44. I added 10 spacers, and my god, for me, it looks clean. It looks flush meaty. It looks meaty even though I only have 2 35s. But before I get to all that, which I will clip pictures, took all week for my parts to arrive. They arrived Friday. I didn't start working until yesterday. I'll put clips here of everything I had. It wasn't difficult. It was time consuming. The rears were the biggest pain because of the e-brake mechanism, and you had to take out 4 bolts in the back to take out the knuckle since I put in 2.75 studs. I couldn't just squeeze them in like the OEM length ones. Those were okay. I'll put footage of me putting that in. I only recorded only one thing, because when I got to the front, it was already like 5 o'clock. I did start around 12. I'm like I said, I'm not a car guy or a mechanic, but I researched this enough to shout out Kevin Vogt that it looked simple enough, and it was. It's just when I got to the fronts, what messed me up was the top nut for the caliper was torqued to like God knows how much. Luckily, my dad was helping me out at that point, and my dad was a mechanic at one point in his life, and he summoned his Super Saiyan dad strength. And why didn't I use a torque wrench? I did have a torque wrench. I did not fit in that thing. But yeah, he summoned his strength. He popped it off, and then the rest was pretty easy. Anyway, before I even added the spacers, I did just do a test drive with the new wheel studs. Couple blocks, you know. Nothing broke off, so I fully sent in on the other ones. Like I was saying, like I've had the plan to replace those studs because I knew at one point in the future they were gonna either break or get stripped because they're notorious for that. Unfortunately, they broke on the road. Fortunately, no damage. My wheel didn't completely fall off. I have no damage on my wheel besides the actual the threads, not the threads, but the holes, whatever you want to call them. There's a little bit chip damage from when the wheel just kind of like was rotating. Oh, look, I'll put footage of my car going up the flatbed, and you can see the wheel just. It was a sad week. It was a very sad week, but we are back in her. Back in it. Back in the whip. And I feel I know it's not been a week of not driving it, but and it is like riding a bike. It is kind of, when I was driving the other cars, the automatic cars, I kept reaching for the clutch to park. It was funny. And yesterday I went to drop off the tool at AutoZone. Took a nice picture, and it looked mean. Like, it looked meaty. I am more than satisfied. I'm glad the 10 worked out. Shout out to Hondo. Did the math for me. What made it flush. Because I compared it to his setup. He has a 17 by 938, and I remember I said I think 10 is the sweet spot to have the same flush fitment. So he did the math. I'm sure it was very simple for him. For me, I was like, what? And he goes, yeah, 10 should be good. I was like, all right, say less. And I remember, I ain't gonna lie, at first when I put him in, I was like, oh, I think they're plucking out. But I think what happened since my car was, and then my fitment didn't look right. But since the back, the whole week I had my car on jack stands. So I think the back, the coilovers, the springs were out. But when I test drove yesterday, because I actually did drive a lot around. Went to Wingstop, was on the freeway, did a couple spicy turns just to, because with me, I had to find out, if they were gonna break, then. The fitment went from 3 fingers to like the original 1.82. Like it settled back down to how it was, and it looks no. Oh. Anyway, I'm running late today. Actually, my buddy's here with Elio. It's almost in the restroom. This early, no one's ever awake this early at home. That was really annoying. It's gonna be a discussion when I get home. Anyway, let's get this food. And like I said, I'm gonna edit this up, clear all the clips. If you guys have any questions for wheel studs, I am your professional. I'm just playing. I mean, I'll any advice I'll try to throw in. And you guys have a good one. Peace.